starting in the NBA, we're looking at the Heat. How do the Heat stack up? Initial impressions, some star power, but not like superstar power. And then, I don't know, they just don't look particularly deep. What are your initial impressions of the Heat, Marshall?
I actually do think that they're deep. This is
Really?
this is a team that kind of surprised me all season. Jimmy Butler's been a pain in the ass for every single team that he's been on, but for whatever reason, it looks like he actually fits on Miami. And they still got some. They still have some guys that supports him. I really like Dragic and Bam. I can never say his name, but Adebayo. I can never say his name.
I just like calling him Bam.
Yeah, Bam. But then they also have some like young guys. Tyler Hero. I really like. He's come out and played very well this season. I believe that it's his rookie season. Derek Jones Jr. Not necessarily impressed too much, but if you're looking at the future with the Heat, I think they have a really solid future, especially if Jimmy Butler can figure out how to not be a locker room cancer on every single team that he plays on. This is an interesting team to me, but I don't necessarily see them making a deep run. But second round, probably where they're capping out for me.
Okay, what do you think of the Heat, Zach?
Yeah, they are an interesting team. They improved a lot. They finished in 10th last year, so to come back and be in 4th this year is a big improvement for them. Marshall touched on it. This Tyler Hero guy is he's a good rookie. They got a little bit of depth. They got Iguodala. He's aging, so I don't know how effective he's going to be in this playoff run. Yeah, like Marshall said, I thought that they could have been better than if they find the right matchup and everything goes right. I still think there's a possibility they could beat the Raptors. Like I don't know. I don't know too much about them. Jimmy Butler, Marshall touched, he's a really solid player. He just needs to learn how to be good in the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
he's been on like 5 teams in the last 5 years, but finally, like maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the key to their turnaround this year. So.
Same with a
seems
lot
to
of
be making
teams, though.
strides,
That happened
which is good.
in Minnesota as well. Once Jimmy Butler came, they were solid.
No, he helped them. Like, dude, they were really solid before, and then he helped them implode. And then also, like, Anthony Towns had his own issues, couldn't play defense to save his life.
And wasn't there like Andrew Wiggins and them had a beef or something?
Yeah, dude. So that's the thing.
Right.
And then he goes to Philly. Philly absolutely underperforms like they should have.
Him and Ben Simmons had a beef as well.
Dude, he has a beef with everyone, and maybe the fact that there's no like other stars on this team is the fact that he's like actually fitting in.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take. That could be true though.
Dude,
Yeah, maybe he's a little bit of an ego thing.
I could see that. Jimmy Butler seems like that kind of guy.
Oh,
Like
dude, he is
super alpha male.
Yes, he's a very alpha. I'm pretty sure he'd have a beef with Braun because he thinks he's better.
Yeah, get out the way.
The problem is that when Jimmy Butler's your only star, how good, like, where do you cap out? And I think, like he needs to be able to play well with others because I don't think him as your only star is a championship team by any means. And he's got to kind of work his way. He either needs to get a lot better and become a LeBron, or he needs to be able to figure out how to play well with others.
He's like a perfect 2 or 3, like the second or third best player on an NBA team. But that doesn't necessarily work because he can't get along with the second or the first or second best players. So that's
exactly
a little bit interesting. But I don't love the Heat. I do like their turnaround, and I'm kind of rooting for Jimmy to actually fit in someplace because he's been in a revolving door of teams the last few years. I mean, maybe Pat Riley and Spoelstra actually just like settled him down a little bit. But,
it'd be nice to see it work somewhere for sure.
Yeah. But this team, to me, I mean, they're pretenders. Like I have said a million times, there's not a whole lot of teams in the NBA that I'm going to evaluate as contenders. But yeah, the Heat are, like I said, probably maxing out at second round.
Yeah, I agree. I'm calling them pretenders. I don't think that they have I don't think they have the star power or the depth. I think this is a team that they've got some work to do before I really see them as making any kind of noise. I think they might make the second round. I think they're just as likely to have a first round exit. We're gonna see how it plays out, but I would be very, very surprised to see the Heat make a deep run. What do you think, Zach?
Yeah, I'm also going to say pretender. Yeah, the NBA, especially in the East, doesn't have too many actual real contenders. This is a team that I would watch out for in the future, though. They have some players that are going to get good, and then hopefully they can, start contending. And hopefully Jimmy Butler finds his home.